Yo, yo, yo. How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? How you living? How you feeling? How you doing? Alex, Ed, Brandon, back in this John. First choice fantasy. What do we got today?
Too many words.
Yeah, a lot of words.
Too many words. Let me catch up. All right.
Talk about
We
some
got
ADPs
some
and who sucks and who
ADPs.
doesn't suck.
Well, in this episode, we're just gonna do the ones that don't suck. Yeah, the ones that don't suck.
Yeah.
But next episode, we got you with the ones that suck. So that's gonna be I guess like
Interesting.
Saturday. I don't know, but it's gonna be a good one for you. Today we got
We'll point out some sleepers in the next video.
in the next week's video.
Really dive into the late round picks.
We will indeed. So without further ado, scissor me.
Cut it up, Alex.
You
You have to follow up with cutting.
Yeah, pull out the scissors, bro.
I don't think you interpret that the way I did, Brandon.
I did seconds later realized it, but it was like
I don't think Brandon has realized yet.
no. Not at all.
Let's get into that first round.
Yeah, cut to that intro. All right.
I said, baby, I am not the one to play with. Ain't the type to give up, I'm driven and motivated. I just want some recognition and some compensation. But this ain't about the money and it ain't about the fame. I got lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out. Lightning in a bottle, I think I just found my perfect sound. Can you see the fire in my eyes? Bitch, it's burning out.
We're back and we're living and we're feeling and we're doing, and we got these values for you, the ADP values. We're gonna start off with the round one picks. Obviously, it's a cop out to go Christian McCaffrey with the 101. So I decided not to. I knew you were gonna think about it, Alex. I had a feeling.
I mean, it's true.
It definitely is. He's definitely 10 times better than anybody.
Him and Saquon are fantastic guys. But whatever.
So I guess we'll just go with I picked Dalvin Cook as my like for round one based on ADP. Obviously, we've seen last year he was performing up there with Christian McCaffrey before he got hurt. He's talented. Let's be real. The only thing that's holding him down is his injury. Obviously, you have to take that into consideration with a first-round pick. You kind of want stability. But, I mean, I would take Dalvin Cook, and I would be comfortable with him as an RB1 if he gets that extension that he's hoping for, or if he just decides to report. If he reports and he plays, I'll be comfortable with him as my first-round pick. I like him more than, obviously, Derrick Henry, Michael Thomas, Nick Chubb, these players that are coming after him. Running back in the first round is almost necessary. Like, you have to do that. Decided not to pick Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley, like I said, for obvious reasons. But Zeke and Kamara, I would take Dalvin Cook over them if healthy.
All right.
I'd take Kamara, but I understand the Cook.
I like Kamara this year as far as based from, like, I can see him performing.
I just think he'll bounce back.
Exactly, yeah. He should definitely bounce back. But from what we've seen Dalvin Cook do last year, I don't think we've seen Kamara do in his first couple of years, like, at all. I think Dalvin Cook is up there with Christian McCaffrey and Saquon Barkley as the top three talented running backs in the NFL. As far as, I guess, fantasy perspective, not necessarily running back talent.
Would you say there's
any
risk? You think there's any risk in that pick because of him threatening holdout?
There's definite risk. Like I said, like if he is threatening holdout. I mean, last year I took the risk with Ezekiel Elliott in my redraft. I took him in the first round. He hadn't reported, all that stuff, but I still took him as my first round pick. So obviously there's definitely still some question marks with his holdout situation or whatnot, but I would still go with him just because we've seen what he could do when he's on the field and healthy. Yeah. Now, obviously, like I said, when healthy, which is a big question mark, but I'm not going to hide, I'm not going to be scared about injury risk. Like, oh, no, I don't want to take Will Fuller in the fifth. Like, if he's on the field.
I cower to that.
You cower to that?
Yes. I get in a fetal position, and I lie down in fetal position, and I say, no, please don't take my players.
Well, shit happens.
I'm confused about that, but I mean, if that's how you're feeling, man, live your life. We'll move on with Mr. Alex with his first round like. Who you like in this round, Alex?
I like Joe Mixon. I like him relative to the guys up there.
That's why
I think
Nick Chubb and whatnot.
Yeah.
I'd probably lean Mixon over Chubb.
Yeah.
I think and I'm taking a running back in the first round this year.
100%.
Actually, I'm like you'll notice that my 3 likes for the first 3 rounds are running backs because running backs are where it's at right now. And, I mean, he's got a lot of passing upside that some of the other guys around him do not. It's
I
pretty
will
simple.
say,
And I think the Bengals offense will be good, and it's always good to have good running backs from good offenses.
yeah. I'll say with that statement,
Winning combo.
Joe Mixon, I would take Joe Mixon over Nick Chubb, and Josh Jacobs I would take ahead of Nick Chubb. And you know who else I'd take ahead of Chubb?
Wait.
Tyreek Hill.
Okay, golly. All right. I wanted to talk about Mixon and Chubb real quick. I apologize, Brandon.
Well, go in on Chubb. Back up why I won't be taking him.
Oh, no. I mean, I'm going to try to actually comment on Alex's receiving upside take on Joe Mixon.
Sure.
Obviously, he's a talented running back as far as receiving. Talented overall. I get that. The thing that scared me a little bit last year, and obviously this changes with the new regime and Kareem Hunt actually playing a full 16 games, but Nick Chubb finished with more targets than Joe Mixon last year. Obviously, like you said, it's going to change, but I mean, it's pretty shocking to me personally because, I mean, Nick Chubb is like a safe running back. Like he's your safe running back one who's going to get carries and whatnot.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon is that you see him as a hybrid, like not necessarily a hybrid, but he's good at both. But last year, we see that, and I mean, obviously, bring in Joe Burrow and just, I guess, revamping the offense as a
I think
whole.
that helps a lot because their quarterback goes from a black fucking hole to hopefully a positive.
Yeah, I mean, then
that can
again,
turn around. That can help a running back's fortunes.
would you? Yeah, never mind. I was going to ask a very bad question, but never mind. I was going to say, would you rather have a quarterback that is a poorer quarterback? I don't know. A quarterback.
No, I want a good offense. Good offense, more points. Give me that running back.
All right, guess
That's
that answers the question. I guess. Sorry for interrupting, Brandon, but you can dive into Tyreek Hill and why you like him in the first round.
Oh, sure. Tyreek Hill, first round for sure. Tyreek Hill has the ability to stay consistent, scoring 15 points a game, and still have that upside of a breakout game of 30 points. That's what Tyreek Hill brings to the table. He separates himself from a speedster and into the first round, and I would personally love to take Tyreek Hill at pick 8. If he's sitting there at pick 8, I'd consider taking Hill over Mixon. So.
While I understand that, just from like a different standpoint, it kind of screws up your strategy later in the draft. That's why, I mean, I agree with Alex and his saying that you should go running back early. I'm probably not going to go 3 rounds deep with running backs, which I mean isn't a bad idea to go 3 running backs deep. But I mean, when you pick a wide receiver in the first round, it kind of puts you at a disadvantage. And like I said earlier, a couple of videos ago, I wanted Devontae Adams over Joe Mixon. I just got caught up in the Devontae Adams just love that I have for the guy. And I think he might actually finish higher than Joe Mixon in fantasy points. It's possible. But that's not going to help you. You're not really going to have much of an advantage later on in the draft. Like you're going to look at it like, oh, yeah, I got Devontae Adams over Joe Mixon. That's a beautiful pick. But then later in the draft, like, you're going to be like, oh, I got to go with Raheem Mostert instead of Stephon Diggs. And it's like, now I'm fucked. But, yeah.
Well, that's exactly my point. And running backs this year are valued so high that receivers, they're getting picked. Devontae Adams has upside for being a number 1 wide receiver. So is Tyreek Hill. And those two with high upside of being number 1 are going in the 11th pick and the 12th pick. While you've got running backs 9, 8 ahead of them, picks ahead of them. So if you're sitting at pick 11, you can get yourself a high upside wide receiver 1. So this is kind of a non-boring pick. I'm saying if you're stuck with pick 11, pick 12, don't fear. You've got great options at the back. I personally go wide receiver if I'm pick 11, pick 12. And on the swing, that's when I consider taking a running back.
I think you're dumb, but
that's my strategy when it comes
I'll be beating you in leagues now.
Coming around those.
I think it's easier to find wide receiver just like wide receiver, I guess, dart throws, you could say, like later in the rounds as you see, like just from a basic, like one team standpoint, okay, there's typically 2 to 3 wide receivers on the field, right? So the scarcity, I guess you could say, that position isn't as scarce as running backs because some teams literally only trot out 1 running back and some teams occasionally trot out 2.
Yeah.
I just think the depth at the wide receiver position makes more sense for you to target later, and you can get those running backs that are more scarce, I guess, early.
Yeah.
It's kind of like years ago when tight ends would go because there was only like 3 or 4 tight ends that were actually like good, like in fantasy. Now you could get like a decent tight end later and whatnot, but I mean now like this year and whatnot, obviously we have tight ends that are just like there's a lot more depth this year with tight ends, but I don't feel the same way with running backs this year. That's why I would target the more scarce position beginning, like with the running back. Leave the wide receivers for later. That's why late round quarterback strategy is such a popular one because I mean the scarcity of the position. Yeah, there's 32. But there's only going to be like maybe 15 at least to like 15 to 18 quarterbacks actually drafted, while there's going to be like literally like 50 to 60 wide receivers and running backs selected.
Yeah, it's definitely a fair observation.
All right, well,
We feel about round 2.
how do we feel about round 2? I mean, I guess we can have
What do you
Brandon.
like?
Let's have Brandon tap his second selection in round 2.
All right, so Austin Ekeler is my second round pick as the better value because, well, he brings something to the table. I think he threatens the top 10 running backs. I think he might land within top 10. There's a chance. And, I mean, sitting at running back 13 is an ideal situation. I think he has that upside to landing within the top 10 at that position. And the position he's getting picked in, he's the 10th pick in the second round. So, I mean, he's going after Kenyan Drake. And then after Austin Ekeler is James Conner. And guess who's round 3's dislikes? James Conner. No one likes Conner, well, here at least. So you're looking at pick 10, and you see Austin Ekeler there. Know that most likely behind Austin Ekeler, you're going to end up with a player like James Conner or Melvin Gordon, Fournette, Carson. I mean, personally, those aren't running backs I'll be looking for. Not that I don't like them, just I like Austin Ekeler's upside more so than theirs. And that leads me to my dislike, and that's Aaron Jones. I think
Which will
there's
be in the next video.
Yeah, that's the next video.
That's the next video.
Pay the
Yes,
fuck
it is.
attention. Ed, why don't you talk about why you like Kenyan Drake?
Why do I
Brandon
like?
pull his head out of his ass real quick.
All right. Kenyan Drake.
Can't focus on the fruit snacks.
Let me find out real quick. Do you guys remember what week Kenyan Drake got traded to the Cardinals?
No,
Well, wait.
no, I do not.
Let me find that out real quick. We're gonna have Alex talk about his.
This one's easy. Miles Sanders. I do like Drake and Ekeler in this round. I also like DeAndre Hopkins that we will touch on at a later date and time. But I don't see what your son
I'm not liking
dislike
it.
of him is. He's
It's not a sudden
extremely
dislike.
talented.
He is extremely talented. I agree, but I mean, I don't know. It's just
I'm still taking the running back. Why not? I didn't take him. I'm taking the running back because Sanders has a clear RB1 upside to me, and he's a good runner, and he's a better pass catcher. So if I can get an RB1 in the second round, I'm going to take him.
speaking of RB1 in the second round. I want to talk about Kenyan Drake. I suppose I don't have a lot to go on. I don't have a lot of numbers to present to you.
High upside.
Or anything like that. There is high upside with the guy. He obviously came in and took the league by storm at the end of the second half of the year last year. Yeah, that's really all that I really got to say about the guy. I mean, looking at the names that are in that second round, you have Aaron Jones, you have DeAndre Hopkins, who I, again, don't like. Don't go wide receiver second round as well. I would also go running back first and second round, regardless of location, unless you have to reach for somebody like Chris Carson, Melvin Gordon, Leonard Fournette. Do not touch those people in the second round. Tight end first round is also a question mark, but I just think I look at all the names that are in this second round. I think Kenyan Drake has the highest upside of the running backs here. I like the Miles Sanders pick isn't bad. I respect it. But going so early in the second round, it's kind of like he's at the 203.
I like him more than Josh Jacobs, so I think I'm higher on him than most.
Yeah, I would have to say you're definitely higher than him on me. Higher on him than me.
Yeah, I know what you
Bad
mean.
English.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, he's definitely has the upside. Miles Sanders definitely has the upside, but I just like Kenyan Drake's upside more. I like Kenyan Drake more than Miles Sanders, but I put him even with Josh Jacobs, who is in the first round.
Definitely inside of his ranges. Yeah.
Hopping around 3.
Let's go round three. I guess I'll start off again. Why not?
You and Brandon doubled up
Yeah.
here. So.
Me and
Yeah.
Brandon, tag
Talk
team
about
real
this.
quick. Amari Cooper. Me and
Let's
Brandon.
go. I tagged you in, and
Grab my laptop charger. You guys go nuts here.
I just tagged myself out to you though, Brandon. So
wow, that's bad teamship.
wait, tag me back in.
It's too late. Amari Cooper.
Shit, all right.
He's sitting here in the third round, mid-third round, and it makes no sense to me. It doesn't. He's produced as a wide receiver 1, and I see him doing it again. Even with the additions in the offense, I think it may even heighten Amari Cooper. His injury risk might go down because of less usage, but I don't think that's going to affect his fantasy outcomes. I think he'll be used appropriately in an offense that is going to be throwing a lot of passes. So
I agree. Tag me back in real quick.
all right, you're tagged in now.
Tagged in. Let's get going. Okay. These running backs and the wide receivers at the early part of the third round. Question marks. Big question marks for me. Kenny Galladay's not a bad name. Adam Thielen is also not a bad name for a wide receiver. But as far as a wide receiver 1, you kind of want to look for that, like, he's going to break out. He's going to do some big things. Now with like Adam Thielen, you're kind of questioning it. And Kenny Galladay, obviously, he showed it last year with David Blount and whatnot. But I'd rather Amari Cooper in the mid to late third rounds going as a wide receiver 10, which is what he finished last year in PPR formats. He's on a Dallas team who him and Dak looked pretty beautiful last year. I'm not going to lie. From an Eagles fan, it kind of sucks to say, but they did look beautiful last year. And with Mike McCarthy coming in, like we said, there's going to be a ton of passes to go around that offense. People are kind of hesitant on him, I guess, just due to the fact that obviously he's pretty inconsistent at times last year. But they bring in CeeDee Lamb. People also think that he's going to soak up a ton of targets. You have to realize the volume's going to increase, and there was a number of vacated targets from the team last year. So the volume and the overall offense is going to go up. I think it's definitely plausible for Amari Cooper to get more than 120 targets, which is what he got last year. And he's going to be playing more out of the slot this year. I think that's just a recipe for beautifulness. I don't know. Success. I think he has top 5 wide receiver upside this coming year, and I will buy him every single time in the third round.
Same here.
Now, Brandon.
Take the high upside running back.
Yes.
Go talk about the running back. Let's hear it, Alex.
RB19? Fuck out of here.
Fuck out of here.
I'm taking him. We saw what happened the last time the super talented running back ended up in the Kansas City offense, and now you've got a better Mahomes.
All I have to
the
say,
potential here is far greater than any of those other running backs in there. And after him, running back starts getting real ugly real fast.
I agree. I mean, I get it. It's just
I think you can get a wide receiver 1 later on as well. So
on the 4th round.
4th, 5th.
You think you can start the? I mean, yeah, I guess so. But the player you like, we'll wait for that. But I guess I get it. It just, I don't know if I want to take any of these rookies this high because it just presents too much uncertainty for me, and I don't like uncertainty in the early rounds, which obviously is very questionable after I chose Dalvin Cook with my first round. But it is what it is. Do you have anything else to say about CEH?
No, I just like it. I'm a fan. He can do it all.
Big fan, CEH.
He can run and catch.
Running catch, all you got to do. Marcus Mariota, that's all he has to do. Can't do it.
Yeah.
All right. Allen Robinson, my 4th round like as well as Alex's 4th round like. Alex, you got anything to say about Mr. Robinson?
This is why I'm taking Edwards-Helaire in the 3rd round, because I can get a guy who's very capable of putting a wide receiver 1 numbers in the 4th.
That's valid. I mean,
if he had some good quarterback play for once in his fucking career, dude'd be nuts.
What I have to say to you, Alex, is looking at your likes through rounds, if this was your actual team, like in an actual fantasy draft, I would put all of my money on you to win through these first 4 rounds. Just let alone like forget the next couple of rounds, forget your quarterback, tight end makeup. With Joe Mixon, Miles Sanders, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, and Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson, let me just touch on him real quick. Target hog, top 5 targets last year. Target quality might increase this year just because change of quarterback or maybe Mitch Trubisky actually gets his head on straight.
Figures out how to throw balls.
Exactly.
That'd be neat.
That would be actually amazing because Allen Robinson would be easily a top 5 wide receiver. With your running backs that you do have listed, they're just very, you could say dependable, but there's so much upside there. And Allen Robinson is the recipe for dependableness. That's a bad word. It's not even a word, but dependability. Allen Robinson is a king of that. So that's why I would love to have Allen Robinson in the 4th round as a wide receiver 1, even as a wide receiver 2. As a wide receiver 2, I think that's just beautiful to me. But I would definitely feel very comfortable with Allen Robinson as a wide receiver 1.
Same.
Now, Brandon.
Robert Woods.
All you got to say.
4th round pick. Bobby Woods. All right. Robert Woods. Pretty straightforward. So I really need to say.
I feel like we've covered him a lot. I don't mind him.
We've spoken on his behalf.
Now, would you rather have him
Robinson,
or Allen Robinson?
I'd rather have Robert Woods.
Really?
Redraft, yeah, without question. Really, without question. I don't know if that sounds it's bold
That's
take
nuts.
or not.
What was Robinson like? Wide receiver 7 last year?
He was up there.
I like Robert Woods this year, and for a 4th round or back end of the 4th round, are you crazy? Oh man,
Do you feel comfortable
all day, every day?
Well, seeing as you went with all those wide receivers early on, I'm assuming you don't want Robert Woods as your wide receiver 1. He'd be like wide receiver 2.
He'd be my wide receiver 2 in most scenarios. I would go running back, wide receiver, so on. I'd keep going wide receiver unless a tight end or a quarterback were to drop. Kind of like what happened in the mock draft we did last week. I ended up getting, George Kittle. In that scenario, I went running back, George Kittle, wide receiver. And then I got Robert Woods, but yeah. So,
I can respect it. I like Robert Woods as well, but as a wide receiver 1, it's kind of just presents a little uncertainty. It's like Adam Thielen, just a lot of question marks, and I wouldn't want him as wide receiver 1. But I guess we can move forward to round 5, if you guys would like.
5, rounding up.
We all have the same.
Not a lot to say here, DJ Moore.
Yeah.
DJ Moore, for obvious reasons. I'm not going to touch on him too much, so you guys.
He's got wide receiver 1 upside. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
It's the 5th round.
I'm not really sure why DJ Moore is being drafted here.
I don't know why.
It's really just kind of. But then again, I don't know why DJ Chark is also being drafted around here. He's the pick in front of DJ Moore.
Chark to me makes more sense than Moore because Chark has been a lot more boom or bust than Moore has been.
Yeah.
And there's not
and
much
we are extremely heavy in receivers here, but now I think Moore is a steal here, and I think we all agree. So let's move on to round 6. If anyone has any more comments,
just really quick, want to say DJ Moore. I would take him over Calvin Ridley. Sorry, Ridley.
So were you guys ignoring that, or did you miss what I?
Wait, what?
All right, then never mind. We good.
Well, moving forward to round
6, I see we were thinking similarly here.
Yeah, me and you seem to be thinking similarly for most of these likes, actually. But, yeah.
Courtland Sutton just seems like such more of a guarantee compared to these guys.
The only question I have with Courtland Sutton, it's not even him. It's just the situation he has. Drew Lock, it's just uncertainty. I mean.
I'm still willing to bet on him, and I think the Judy addition helps him a lot.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
It's now they can't just put every defensive back they have on him.
And, I mean, then you have wide receivers that are in there. Like, I don't get how he's getting drafted after Marquise Brown. I'm sorry. Like, that offense is potent over there in Baltimore, but Marquise Brown he's not a bad wide receiver either. But I
can't see him being a huge target on. He just doesn't have the body type for it.
Yeah.
They don't have the offense for it.
I agree. I mean, Terry McLaurin's also not a bad wide receiver 25.
I considered him. I just feel like Sutton a few picks later would be.
It's a steal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Brandon had Mr. Hunt in the 6th round.
I wanted to highlight a running back.
About time.
Yeah,
I don't think this
mean,
is a bad option at this
yeah.
point.
Correct. Like I saw your guys' pick with Courtland Sutton, and he was going to be my pick, but then I figured, well, you guys are going with late round wide receiver. Why don't I highlight a late round running back that can come in handy? I don't suggest having him as a running back too. I suggest that as I have him as a running back 2 in one of my leagues. So I can tell you the feeling isn't great. I feel uneasy. And when Sunday morning comes and I'm relying on Hunt as my running back 2, I'm going to have some stomach pains. But that doesn't mean he won't do great and maybe produce as a running back 2. So, yeah. That's why.
Also, Chubb goes down. He's probably the most valuable handcuff in the
Oh,
league.
absolutely.
doubt.
That's why he's not even considered a handcuffed.
Yeah.
His value is
He's going to skyrocket. He's just going to take off in the middle of a game.
You just see Kareem Hunt flying up into space.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
I will be back. Yep.
All right. Well, after Kareem Hunt, I guess me and Alex can talk again about our same round 7 like in Cam Akers. I just think it's opportunity based. I think he has more talent than Malcolm Brown, and Darrell Henderson will be used more often than those two, and that's why I think he's a value in the 7th round.
He's a much higher upside swing than a lot of these guys, and we're getting to the point in the draft where running backs there are not any running backs. So.
And I also wanted to highlight another running back, and that's a later round running back, Ronald Jones. Yeah, like you guys literally just pointed out, there's not a lot of running backs you feel comfortable starting. Jones, I feel as if, is going to have the best opportunity and has shown more in recent times. I very questionably considered Sony Michel. After Cam Newton signing, I thought, well, okay, running backs benefit in a system with a running quarterback. So who knows? But no, Ronald Jones.
I don't think they can afford to use Cam Newton as a running quarterback.
I mean, that's how I feel, and that's
killed.
why I ultimately went with Ronald Jones, because I have those skeptical feelings.
I both like and dislike him. He just scares me. I would feel more comfortable with Akers.
I debated with Sony Michel, seeing as he's going as a running back 33, like 5-6 picks behind Cam Akers, but I feel like at this point in the draft, you want that upside, and Sony Michel presents no upside whatsoever. I think he has had, I believe I seen the stat on Twitter, it was like he's had 5 running back 1, like top 12 running back games in his
ideal.
Yeah, in his past 2-3 years. Yeah, fair
Yeah.
guys. No upside, really.
All of them come in the playoffs.
Do they?
I mean, at least the 1 year. I believe it was his rookie season. Sony Michel, you're talking about, right?
Yeah, it was not in the playoffs. It was week 4, 5, and 6 in his rookie year. He did pretty well.
Yeah, he could have done good things in the playoffs too.
I think he did, but
like in the playoffs.
I could be wrong. Playoffs.
Oh,
no, not fan.
Gotcha. All right. I guess we are finished with these ADP likes, ADP values, whatever you guys want to classify it as.
Stick around for the dislikes.
Stick around for the dislikes. Yeah, we got that video coming in.
Stick around. Don't stick around too long, because you'll be sticking around for a while.
Stick around.
Yeah, 2 or 3 days.
Jerry Rice.
Just stay.
Don't
call off
move.
work. Don't go to school. Don't eat. Don't sleep.
Don't do anything. Just listen to the First
there
Choice
and
Fantasy
wait.
podcast. Just wait for us, please.
Yeah.
We are your life, just like you are our lives, and we appreciate every one of you. Every one of you 12 people that subscribe to us. So like, comment, share, and subscribe. Click every single one of those buttons, and I'll find a way to find you.
Yeah.
Wow. We're finding our fans.
We're
now.
finding our fans. We have to. I mean, we just have to communicate with them. You know what I mean? But yeah, I guess
We're gonna show up with a gift basket of cheese.
No, we're not.
No, fruits though. We need the fruits.
Fruits? Okay.
Fruits, yeah. Fruits
I'm
and
more of a
veggies.
cheese guy. If someone were to do that for me, I'd want cheese. But yeah, I understand.
All right. Well, I guess without further ado, let's just cut this, John, to the outro. So, deuce.
See ya.